Hi Cancer, how's everybody doing? Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. You may be getting communication from somebody. This is something that comes in rapidly. It's not unexpected, but it comes in quickly. Or you could be transitioning from one place to another place. But I'm seeing if something happens very, very quickly. I don't know if maybe you feel rushed to do something, or it's you have to leave now and you have to go somewhere else. Something like that. I want to stress that this is not unexpected. It's just something fast-paced that happens. You may feel like you need to be very quick with something. I'm seeing an angry little cat here. It looks like Grumpy Cat, kind of. Some stressful times. We're starting with the Hanged Man and the Ten of Wands. Something taking a long, long time. To have the Hanged Man, it's something could be delayed, or you're trying to get moving, but because of things going on around you, there's some type of slowness even. It's you're trying to talk to somebody and maybe they're not paying attention, or they have other things that they're doing. It seems even the way that somebody does something may be stressing you out. It's one of those moments where it's come on, we need to get this done on time, and this person is kind of moseying around. It's more of a Zen energy, or this person doesn't care about the time frame or the time limit, but I'm seeing this weigh on you. This can even be one of your spirit guides too. It's hey, I need that clarity now, or I need that answer now, and it's they're just trust the process. I'm seeing one of those hippie type of vibes here, but I'm seeing this not feel great to you. I'm seeing some type of stress that you're feeling because of this. It looks like a lesson in patience. Yeah, there's a lot of waiting, a lot of reflecting, a lot of trying to figure out what's going on there. It's why are you actually so stressed out right now? I'm seeing that be the question. It's you looking within, trying to figure out what's going on here. Why there's such high intensity too. It's maybe you feel you have to get everything done, but it's almost like you're timing yourself to see how fast you can go, but why are you timing yourself? And I think you're going to realize you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, and it's just you that's putting pressure on yourself. And I don't think that you're realizing that. It's almost like you set the timer and then forget that it was you that set the timer, and you're racing around. And then your guides, or whoever this is getting you to slow down now. And they're you're the one that set that timer. And I'm seeing you just be oh, I didn't have to be rushing. I'm also hearing panicking. It may be a time too where it's hard to reflect, because you may feel you're in the midst of carrying on with something, and you're being guided to in that moment of high stress or high intensity to actually reflect on something. But it may be hard to do it, or you could have a lot going on, and it's your kids are running all around the house, but you need some time for yourself now to reflect on something that's happening. So to actively create that. Here's this quick energy. I'm getting a lot of intensity, a lot of moving around. You reflecting is going to help you see something that you weren't understanding before, or something that you weren't something may have not been clicking. I'm looking at Neptune with the Hanged Man. I'm looking at the Hermit. I'm looking at the High Priestess. This is all silent retreat type of energy. This is reflection times 3 here. And this is about silence too. I'm not seeing you share this with other people. Whatever this is a solo journey that you're on here. For some of you, I'm hearing you're not going to be quiet any longer. Maybe you weren't speaking about something particular and you're going to now. I think after something is understood, you may feel more comfortable sharing it. but you could have like needed the time. For some of you, it's work that's stressing you out, or like even your responsibilities. This is about taking on what feels right to you. Because some of you may be like taking on more than you need to, especially to start with Neptune. When Neptune's in its shadow, it can be like more of a martyr type of energy. And it's like, oh, it's like all laying on me to be the one taking care of this, you know? And that can be like a theme with water in general. There's like a lack of boundaries and a lack of being assertive when like water is in its shadow. And all of us have water. I have a Pisces stellium. I also have a Scorpio stellium. I have lots of water in my chart. So it's about like being able to move with the energy, and then also to be able to like figure out where we stand and where other people stand. What are our responsibilities? What are not our responsibilities? Because I'm seeing like some type of assertive energy is coming into play here, like with all of the water, with Libra showing up. This can even be like emotionally, what are you responsible for and what is not your responsibility? Just like, it seems like some expectations that are put on you like may feel heightened at this point in time. But you're going to be moving out of this. But it's one of those spots where you're kind of like in the midst of a puzzle. And instead of you taking action right now, there's something that you need to reflect on or think about, and that's how you're going to find the answer. That is the key to get you out of this space. It's not something physically that you're going to find or that you're going to do. The key is something mentally here, and this is what I'm seeing. You are going to find it. It's just like when you have the time to reflect, that's when this is going to fall into place for you. And you're going to be shifting out. Yes. Whatever cycle this is, you're going to be clearing it, I'm hearing. And things are going to get much easier, I'm seeing. For some of you, you're manifesting a message from someone or like to have some conversation. For others of you, this is something that's going to be coming through in the future. What is this? I was not expecting that. I'm looking at this little guy here. I don't think that you're... Okay. Somebody's going to come through and message you. This has not happened yet, but the High Priestess knows about this, is what I'm seeing. The High Priestess is like the personification of your intuition, or it's like somebody that you go to for advice, or somebody connected with like esotericism, something like that. It's you just as much as it's someone else outside of you. You're not expecting this person to come through. Somebody messages you. You may not have thought that this person sees you in the way that they do, or you're just like surprised at the nature in which they approach you. This may be somebody that you've had like more subtle or gentle or like elusive conversations with, and then they come through like making some sort of bold statement towards you, and I am seeing this be like surprising, and maybe like the timing is not right too. I'm also seeing something like that. It's like you may not know what to do with this when it happens. For some of you, this may have already happened, but for others of you, this has not happened yet. This is a karmic test I'm seeing. You're being guided to be mindful of this person's energy. I'm feeling such intense like heat up here on the top of my head. You may feel like you're going through some type of activation even. I'm hearing healing through feeling. Yeah, you're being guided to see through whatever this is. Like, see it through the lens of, like, your wise mind and make a decision about this. Follow your intuition. Because this may be something that immediately when it happens, it kind of trips you up and you're being guided not to take action. When whatever surprise this is that happens, or this unexpected event, yeah, it's like you weren't expecting this to come from like a particular person and then it does. You're being guided to think about how to do this in the right way for you. So when this person comes through, as I said before, it happens at a very inconvenient time. It's like you have a lot of stress going on in your life right now, or like it's just a very bad timing moment that this person comes through, very inconvenient. And like they're coming through quickly, like hot and heavy type of energy. It's like someone wants it to be known, like whatever this statement is that they're making. Like they may even be like kind of flamboyant with whatever this is, like very bold, ostentatious. And it's like you do not have the time for this right now. But yeah, for some reason I'm just getting that it's like unexpected, maybe because of who this person is. You thinking about the way that you want to do this and like shifting your perspective around, that's going to help you make the right decision and figure out like what the best choice is to make. Because you may even have something, it's like somebody's trying to like enter into your personal life or something, and it's like you might have something big going on at work, or like a lot is going on right now, or like with your responsibilities. It's like your real life responsibilities and stuff. I'm seeing like something stressful going on there too. And this person is just making the fire bigger and bigger. Like not deliberately. I don't think they know what you have going on. So it seems like a bit out of like touch even for the situation that you're dealing with. It's like one of those days that like maybe you have a lot going on, you're high stressed, and it's like you don't need anything else, and then like somebody comes through and is just like really pushing your buttons, or really like intense in some type of way, and you're like, I needed space. Like I did not need you to be like pressing me right now, I'm hearing. So it's like this person just, it adds fuel to the fire of whatever is going on. But yeah, it's because of their lack of awareness, and even lack of self-awareness, and like not reading the room, and also not reading your energy prior to coming through. So it feels out of touch the way that this person is coming through. I'm also hearing something about attraction. You're also like focused on things that are stable for you, and you may be feeling a bit of instability, and this person is bringing more instability into your life too. Like I'm seeing something even be like a very like delicate concoction of what you're trying to do like with your life right now, and it's like you need to be very delicate with the procedure and like only add certain elements into this thing. And it's like this person comes through and it creates like a very unstable concoction. This is what I'm seeing. So more than anything, I'm seeing you need time to yourself, like away from other people, if anything, not to be engaging further, especially not with a sporadic type of energy that this person is coming through with. Because it's one of those times too where like things are very serious for you, and this person is like coming through like joking or being like childish or something like that. And it's like very inappropriate for like the mood of where you are right now, or like something that you're has been like on your mind heavily. And you may be deciding that this is not something you want to indulge in any longer, because I'm seeing you move through the completion of a lesson actually. This person kind of comes out of left field, it feels like, but I'm seeing you've like already been on a process. So like you may be in the midst of like you know when you go through a big change and you have like these particular go-tos that resonate with you, whether this be like people or habits or whatever, and as you go through a transition, you may not yet be out on the other side of it, but you're like realizing that certain things don't have like as strong of an energetic connection to you. I'm seeing you be like in that mid space right now where you like haven't fully processed or haven't fully transitioned, but you may actually be growing away from this person. And once you get on the other side of this, I don't think that this is going to resonate with you any longer, this person. But you may still be in that space where it's like hit or miss. Like sometimes they resonate with you, sometimes they don't, because there's like some like full completion that has not happened yet. This is what I'm seeing with this, with the vibe of this person. And it's like they catch you on the wrong day, it looks like, when they come through. And it may be something that actually like speeds up your ascension process through this particular cycle that you're in right now. Like it's something that like you may even feel kind of repels you in a way, and like I'm seeing you like grow, like there's some type of like rapid progression that you're making, like personal progress wise. And you're confident about that. You're confident about the direction that you're going in. And maybe this is also about you like trusting yourself, because it's like if you were not taking the time to reflect and think about what this is, you would just be making decisions and be like, I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I'm just going to go in this direction. And I'm seeing there be a change here. It's like you're reflecting on this and being like, this is the plan that I'm making. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm going to pursue this, or to go in that direction or whatever. And because you've thought about it, you feel confident about what you're doing, and you feel like self-assured, and you're validating yourself. And I'm seeing like that's what makes this happen much, much faster. So even though it's like you're in a race, right, against yourself, and like one version of yourself may just be like, oh, it's a race, and like immediately take off without making a plan. But I'm seeing like you in like this timeline are like, I'm gonna think about like some type of strategy or what I need to do here. And because you're taking that time, even though you may have started a little bit later than that like other version of yourself, this version of yourself that is like sitting and thinking about this is gonna know exactly how to do it, exactly like which way they need to go, where those curves are, where their bends are, because they're able to now anticipate the things that are coming up. And you end up completing this much, much faster than you would have had you not thought about this stuff. So I'm seeing this be very important. So you end up being much more effective, even though like you may have had a little bit of a later start. And you end up completing it faster, whatever this is for you. Especially because you're trusting yourself too. Because this is a moment where you're checking in with yourself, and rather than depending on checking in with other people and their opinions, and this person says this and this person says that, and then there's that confusion because it's like, well, what do I actually feel? Like I'm seeing you even bypass this completely and just check in with yourself and go from there. So you don't need anybody else to be checking in with during this process. You're really trusting yourself here. And I'm seeing it like give you the answer, like something that you need, and it helps you make a big decision that's upcoming for you. Like, and this may be something that's like emotionally involved for you. And I'm seeing when you get to this point, like you're going to breeze through it. Like you're going to know what you want to do immediately, even though this is like some type of like big or impactful choice that you're going to make. I'm seeing you like you are so in touch with yourself that you know exactly what you want to do and what's right for you. And like you're not questioning that at all. This is what I'm seeing. Nice, nice, nice. I'm hearing Capricorn here. I'm looking at Neptune, Virgo, the moon, Libra, Saturn, Mars, Aquarius, Pluto. Yeah, so much water energy with the moon and Neptune and Pluto. But then we have like that element of fire and air. It really does feel like some type of relay race even. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.